Hi, this is Manjuna Chandraya. Today we'll be learning top 5 Excel interview questions. So I try to collect around 5 questions that may help you when you attend a interview. Hope we'll start the session. So let's see. So the first interview question is, we have the data here and this is the question. It says protect only the column C, that is this, while allowing the rest of the columns to be editable. So we need to protect only the column C, allowing all the cells where we can edit. So for that, how to do that? Let's try. Okay. So if we directly go and put a protect, say 1 2 3. I'm just trying to put this 1 2 3. So see if any changes, I'm getting an error, right? So everywhere, wherever I click, it is getting locked. So I can't go ahead and change anything here. I can't protect this, only column C. It says only you need to protect the column C. So I'm going to unprotect it again. Let's see how to protect only the column C, rest having axis for editable. So what you can do, select entire data. You can do Control A or select from here. Right click, go to format cells. Under format cells, go to protection. You can see the locked here. So unlock it, click OK. So the entire data has been unlocked now. So we need to protect only the column C. You can go ahead and select the column C, or you can select the range. So here it says the entire column. So I'm going to select the entire column, right click, format cells, protection, locked. So I'm selecting, checking that. Rest I'm not checking. So now I go to review, protect. So I'll put it as 1 2 3, 1 2 3. Let's try to edit somewhere here. Yeah, I can edit here. Can I delete this? Yes. Can I edit something in this column? So I can't go ahead and do any changes here. C column. So this is the way we can protect entire column, or you can protect one cell by unprotecting the entire data by selecting all. Then you need to whichever the cell you need to protect, select those cells, right click, go to format cells, and lock the checkbox. Hope this was helpful. Let's move on to the question 2. Okay, so now we have a data here, and what is the question is, color the row green for delivery status. Okay, we need to color the entire row, sorry, entire row with green color for delivery status, red for the pending status. So what they're trying to ask us is, so example, it is delivered, so this should be colored as green. Okay, and the pending one should be colored as red. Entire range, entire row should be colored. Let's see how we can do that. So first what you can do, go ahead and select the range of the data where we need to put this color combination, condition formatting. So go to home, condition formatting, go to new rule. Under new rule, go to use formula to determine the which cell to be formatted. Okay, now we need to format based on the deliver and the pending status, that is in the F column. What you can do, just say equals. The very important thing, I'm selecting only from the row 2 to row F12. So don't select the headers also here. So status is on F2, right? Delivery is on F2, right? So I'll do F2 equals. So what we need to do, color green based on the delivery. If it is delivery status is delivered, so entire column should be, entire row should be green. So I'll any text you need to start from the double quote, delivered. So delivered and close the double quote. Okay, so format what you are trying to check is green here. Let me take it as light green. Very important, when you do F2 here, we don't want the column F should be moving somewhere. So for that reason, what you do, prior to F column, okay, so let me put it in a F, prior to F column, put a dollar sign. So what it does is, putting a dollar sign prior to F column, that will going to lock the F column, because F column is the where status. That is the criteria. On the based on that criteria, we need to highlight the color to green or to red, right? So I'm going to just put a dollar sign prior to F column, leaving F2. This is the row number, right? Row cell. So we need to change the rows because we need to go down for it. We need to go each row 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 row and check for each column, right? So that's the reason I'm not locking the column 2. I'm locking only the F column. That should be constant, right? So once you select, click OK. So now we can see all the delivery. So wherever it says status as delivered, that row has been highlighted as in green. So I'm going to select the range again. We need to do for the pending part. Go to home, condition formatting, new rule. Go to use a formula to determine to which cell to be formatted. Same thing, equals F2, because F2 is the start, because here it is delivered, but still use the F2 because the data starts from the F column F2, equals, so pending, P E N D I N G, pending, close the double quote. Prior to F column, we'll add the dollar sign. Now go to format, under format, color, say use the red color as they mentioned, select. Now you can see all, if you go ahead and changes to delivery here, automatically this row has become green. So example, if you have a few more data down, okay, something like this, 112 Raj monitor to 800. So if you put it pending here, so automatically it's get highlighted, right? You understand this? Hope this was helpful. So let's move on to the quickly move on to the interview question 3. So get the total sales of amount from for the north region with the completed status. So we need to find the total sales based on the north and complete status. So north we have 1 or 2, 3 and 4. 1, 2, 3 and 4. But we need to see for the completed status. Completed year and year and year. I think should be 1400. How we can get it using a formula here? For that we can use a SUMIF formula. SUMIFs, because there is a two criteria 1, criteria 2. So we need to use the not only if is for one criteria, multiple criteria use ifs, open bracket. Once you click on this f function, it uses the function argument box, easy to understand, and we can based on this we can fill the ranges. Say sum range, what we need to sum? Total sales. So I'm going to select the total sales here. Criteria range, first criteria what is here is to find the north region, right? It says range. So it says range means I need to select the range, enter range in the this side. So you can see the master data criteria range. So it says range. I'm going to select the entire range region. Under this, what we are trying to check is the north, right? It says criteria. Criteria is always be 1. So we need to select north here. And the criteria range 2 is nothing but the status column. So it is here. It says range. So the entire range is here. So I'm going to select the range here. Under this criteria, it says criteria is single one. So I need to select the status here. Status as completed. See, is selected, right? So let's see. We have the result. So why we not getting the result? Because I have not selected the sum range. Sum range I need to select the sales amount. So I have selected the column D. So I need to change it to C column. So now you can see data is picking here. So now we got the data. So example, if I change it to south region, data picks to 200 completed status. If it's north, I need to see the pending status. It shows the pending here, right? Hope this was helpful. Let's move on, quickly move on to the interview question 4. Use the if function based on the below criteria to perform the check. So we have the student score. Under that, this is the criteria. Anything greater than or equal to 75 should be first. Anything greater than or equal to 50 should be second. Anything greater than or equal to 35 should be third, and less than 35 would be a fail. So we need to use this criteria here. So for that, what we can do is start from the if function. if open bracket, so it says lookup test logical test. What you're testing is the score, comma, under this under the under this what we are trying to check is anything greater than or equal to 75. So I'll just put it as greater than equal to 75. So 75, comma. So this is the logical test. What you are testing is this score, and the criteria is greater than or equal to 75, comma. This is done. So now we need to check the value text. What should be the true? If it is meeting the criteria, and it should be, what should be test? Test should be the first, right? So any text you should start from the use the first year and double quote and end with the double quote. The false part. So if I put comma again, so we leave it blank as of now and click enter. So now it is taking first, right? Let me push this little towards the right. Let me change it to, so next criteria is 50, right? If I put 50 here, it shows 0 because we not mention the criteria next. So now the condition is, if this is greater than 75, it will take first. If it is not 75, then what should you do next? So if it is false, if it is true, it will pick. If it is false, what is the criteria? So what you can do is start the if function again. If this, use the same cell, use this criteria greater than or equal to 50, comma. If this is meets, then what should be true? True should be second. So use this second here, close the double quote, true. And if this criteria also goes false, then what should be? Let me leave it as blank and we'll check the formula if it is working fine or not. Hit enter again. So for 75 it is taking first, right? Let me put it as 50. It is taking second. So second criteria is also meeting. Let me put it as 49. So it is showing 0 because we are not defined the next criteria. So let me change the formula back. So sorry, the amount score back. So we are till here it says true. If you go to the next the comma, false part we are not send. If these two criteria is not meeting, what should be the next one? So again you start from the if function, open bracket. B2 is nothing but the same cell, B2. Okay. Here next third criteria is greater than equal to 35. So I'll use the greater than equal to 35, comma. If it is true, so now this is highlighted. If it's true, what should be third? So any text you should start with double quote, third, and with the double quote, okay, comma. And I'm not defining the false part here. So let's close the entry, see whether formula it's working fine. So 75 it is working fine, 50 is working fine. If I put 35 and 35 also working fine. Less than 35, like 34, it is not given. It's giving us 0 because we are not defined the last criteria. So what you can do, I'm just back to this 75, double click. After the comma, you can see the false status. Now we know that anything, any three, after the three criteria, if it is not meeting, then obviously the other criteria will be false. That would be fail. So I'm not going to put again the if function. Just put I'll use the double quote, put it as fail, and close the double quote. Hit enter. So now you see, copy the formula down. So now it is taking directly because we have defined the three criteria. If three criteria is meeting, obviously the last criteria would be the fail. If we change it to 35 here, automatically changes to third class. So these two able to use this function. So whenever you put a if function, make sure that use the first step. Check the function is working or not. If it's working, then go to the next criteria. Check that first and second criteria is matching. If the first and second criteria is not matching, then go to third criteria. Third criteria is matching, then go to the other criteria. That is important. Okay. So we are able to get the information here. Let's move on to the fifth question, the final question. So it says use a VLOOKUP across two sheets, team A and team B, to retrieve the data and identify the missing entries. So we need to put a VLOOKUP on from the two sheets. How we can get VLOOKUP, not putting one like each time one VLOOKUP. We need to put at a time two VLOOKUP to retrieve the data from team A and team B. So we have an employee ID, employee name, and salary. These are the employee IDs. We need to find the employee names and their salaries. They are from the two different teams. Team A, this is the data, and team B has the this data. So I taken small value of the data here just for the training purpose. You may have a more than 1,000 data, so you can't go and check for each line, right? So how we can put at a time two VLOOKUP, one VLOOKUP for the both the teams. So let's try that. So for that what we need to do, we need to use two function here. One is the if error function and the VLOOKUP function. So we start from the if error, open bracket, then you start the VLOOKUP function. So lookup value, we are looking this cell, comma, table area, and under this what we are trying to look is table area. So we need to check this in the team A. I'm going to select the team A for the name column, right? We need to get the name. So I'm selecting the entire range, comma, 2, comma, 0. 0 for the exact match. So hit enter. So it's still we are not able to close because we started with the if error. So we are not completed the entire VLOOKUP. So I put the VLOOKUP for the first team A. So similarly, I need to use it for the team B. So I'll put a comma here. I start with the VLOOKUP again. Open bracket. Select the same cell. Okay, comma. Go to the team B. You need to get the employee name, right? I'm selecting that. Comma 2, comma 0 for the exact match. Close the bracket. Hit enter. Hit enter again. So now we can see. So this is the so we need to find the missing. So this would be the missing. This is not in the both the team A and team B. This employee number is missing in the both the teams. So now how we got it? I just used a if error here. If error with the VLOOKUP and again comma and started with the VLOOKUP, same VLOOKUP for the team B. Let's similarly do the for the salary amount. So start with the if error, open bracket, and VLOOKUP, open bracket. Let me click if it works here. Yeah, it's really much better to understand. So VLOOKUP if error, open bracket, again VLOOKUP, open bracket. Lookup value is nothing but we looking on the employee ID. Table area is nothing but the team A. So we are trying to find the salary. So I'm selecting the entire range from the employee ID to salary. Salary is in third column. So I'll put it as 3 and 0 for the exact match. False. Hit enter. You may get an error. So keep that here. Again put a comma. Start the VLOOKUP again. Open bracket. Let's see. I will click on the fx function. So it gives the argument function argument box. Lookup value again. I am looking this. Table area is nothing but a team B. Column A to column C. Since C is the salary part, third column 0 for the exact match. You can put 0 or can put it as false. Click OK. So we are not closed one extra bracket, but still hit and enter. So now we can find. So now we are able to get the salary. So let's check, find whether 121 is in. So it is not in team A. It's not in team B. So we able to put one VLOOKUP, one what a shot, two VLOOKUP in one formula, and able to get the retrieve the data from two sheets. You can do it for n number of sheets. So I have put for only 2 sheets. Again, you can start with the comma, and you can use the for if you have third sheet, I can use the same function, same VLOOKUP function that will work. Okay, or it may work for 2 sheets. Again, you should start from the if error, then you start the for the third sheet. Okay, so now we are able to find the error in the for the employee number 121. I hope this 5 Excel interview question was helpful. Do let me know in the commentary for any other function so that I can create a video in future. I hope this was a valuable information. Do let me know for any other thing, and thank you for your time. Happy learning.